Shalom. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'Sham, Yahushai Ba'Sham, Rakah Kadash. Double honors to our elder apostles who ruled Great Millstone out. Shalom to all y'all pushing this truth through the Spirit. May you brothers endure to the end. Shalom. So for my slavery, I clean buildings at night. This is I clean a big Christian church up north in Colorado, and this is off the whiteboard of their main pastor. Okay, this says create generic baptismal service. All right, and they have a little outline right here. Well, I'm not going to go into that. I'm going to stay on this word here. Generic. Okay, they're telling you what kind of faith you have in these Christian churches. Christian church, all it offers is a generic baptism, a generic Christianity, a generic pastor, a generic truth, which is a lie. So I want to get that word generic in the definition so we can go into that. Right here, it says general, common, collective, non-specific, inclusive, all-encompassing, broad, comprehensive, blanket, umbrella. This is why Christians say everyone could be saved, because it's a generic faith. Okay, that's why generic medications, that's for pretty much the poverty people, which is a majority. The wealthy is a small percent of the population. So who buys the generic brands? But the majority of the population, which is common. Okay? So Christianity is nothing but a common trash, a common plague. Okay? So I want to get another one. Here is common, occurring, found, done, often, prevalent. So then here, right here, it says run of the mill. Christian faith is just run of the mill bullshit. All right, typical. It ain't nothing. Mainstream, widespread. You know, it ain't nothing. It is nothing. It's generic. Okay, so I'm going to get some script why on this subject. This is Matthew 15, verse 8. This people draweth nigh unto me with their mouth, and honoreth me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. The heart being the mind. Meaning they'll say all this with their mouth. They speak like they got, they actually try to talk like they really got some true salvation. Like they actually know what they're talking about. But it shows that even the pastors that create the ceremonies for them to practice out their so-called faith in these Christian churches, these so-called Christian churches, are nothing but generic. Okay? I'm going to show you again. This is out of a Christian church that I clean. The head pastor's board. Create generic baptismal service. And he writes out how to do it. The whole little system. Okay? Once again, Matthew 15:8. This people draw nigh unto me with their mouth. They like to say they're Christians. They like to say they believe in the Bible. They like to say they're going to be saved when tribulation comes. They like to say, oh, all you got to do is call on Jesus. They like to say John 3:16. But obviously, their faith is generic. Let me get a couple scripts, and then I'll let you go. But I just want to bring this out for edification's sake, that Christianity ain't nothing but a bunch of bullshit, generic bullshit. Shalom. Yahweh Shemi Yosef Barakah. This is Matthew 7:13. Enter ye in at the straight gate, and that word straight means difficulty. For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in the reet. Let me get that word. I don't think I'm saying that right. The rat, which means at that place or time, there. Okay? So it says, Matthew 7:13, enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way, and broad goes back to being common. So generic baptism, meaning a common baptism, is broad. Okay, so it's saying right now, these Christians, they're on their way to destruction. Matthew 7:13 verse 13. Enter ye in at the straight gate, which means difficult, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way. Another word for broad is common, that leadeth to destruction, and many there which go in the reet, because straight, and the reet means place, the place there, because straight is the gate, because difficult is the gate. It's difficult to do this truth. It's difficult to keep serving your slave master when you wake up to this truth. It's difficult to deal with your family when you know this truth. It's difficult. It's bitter. But the easy way is destruction. And narrow is the way. Because you got to go on this by yourself. Your kids can't save you. Your wife can't save you. Your father, if that man's delivering, the Lord don't want to deliver you. It's a bitter truth. You know? You're going to have to see some loved ones that you love on this side be destroyed, be starved to death. It's bitter truth. It's narrow. Which I just heard the elder Tahar just say recently. He said there's not even 1 million people in this earth right now that know this truth. They might know something of it, but they don't know the truth. It's a narrow gate. One man at a time. Which it says 14, because straight or difficult is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. That's another reason why you know Christianity is a bunch of bullshit. How could everyone just call on Jesus and be saved? They have over 300 million churches worldwide. That's very common. That's a common faith. And they still don't have the elect. That's because they have a generic truth. And it's called a lie. And I want to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Rakah Kadash, for exposing this truth about these devils. And and double honors to our elder apostles, apostle elders, who rule well over Great Millstone. They give us great example. They give us a great example. They show great diligence, sincerity, and that's why they're deserving of double honors. That rule Great Millstone. All right? And shalom to all you Akim that are sincere with this truth. And you're pushing with diligence. Remember, all things are through the Spirit. Elder Tahar putting out that there needs to be 3 videos up a week. It's not Elder Tahar that's speaking that. That's a spiritual thing. That's not a carnal thing. That shows that Yahweh Shai. He wants to come that much more quicker. But if you're not abiding to the commandments that were given to you to fulfill prophecy, you actually make yourself an anti-Hamashiach or anti-Mashiach, okay? Or anti. You're against him. So show your diligence and do the work. Push prophecy with sincere truth. Shalom.